Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to PSGL, the PSGL at season 31 at Belgium. This is round number 3 of the season. We've already done Miami and... What was the first round again, Sandra? It was Austria, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was Austria, and there is Sandra as well. In the comms booth to me, the Mr. OAP himself. Well, Sandra, you've kind of introduced yourself already, but you're going to give us a quali prediction this time round, as we haven't done it for the first two.
I mean, I'm gonna have to go with Shane on pole. He's been too good in the first two races not to at least have him up there. Second, there's no Lewis here today, so I think I'm gonna go with Shizu Noah. And the third, Lickle Blocks.
Third little box. Ah, fair enough then. So for some reason my sound is a bit more. I'll have to keep an eye on that. But yeah, it's very interesting. Top 3 is Noah starting his flying lap then. I'm going to obviously agree with Shane. He's been up there, and Ferenc second. But third, I'm going to go with Vlacken. I think he may have the pace. He's surprised us for a couple of rounds with some strategy calls and being up there. I think he could be a shout since there's no Mr. Lewis Curtis today, as a bit busy. Hopefully he can make it for the next round to see if he can take the championship fight onto Shane. Now then, currently on a lap, and the first sector time is a 29.859. Let's see how he handles the second sector. I wonder if anybody actually is going to be running zero wings this weekend.
Well, I'm pretty sure we're gonna have people running very low wings. Maybe not 0-0, but from what I've heard, we could see people running like 2-0 and stuff. So it's gonna be interesting to see when the race starts.
Right, definitely. But right now, though, no, still on a good lap. It's been a solid lap. Obviously, it's going to be a banker. He could easily improve as he's done a 14.3 in the second sector. But now then, he'll be taking provisional pole. As there's now Tori going slow on the straight. He must have messed up his run, or he's just come out of the pits. Interesting. But no then, around the final corner to set the first time of round number 3. A 42.5 is provisional pole at the moment, as the Mercedes is next of Mollen, I believe. And a 42.598, however, his lap was invalidated, so he would have been second there. As Edward or Lickle Blocks moves into second. That's fruitful. Moves second as Cameron as Tux Tamal coming to the line, and it's 43.1.
Championship leader coming into the pit actually, so boarding that lap.
Yeah, that's not like him.
Surprising. What did you say Noah's middle sector was again?
A 1:14.5 or 7, something like that. It was in the mid, I believe.
Well, Shane must have done some mistakes in the last one then, because in that case he would have been only 3/10 up at that point, and well, I would have at least put him in third.
All right, now Lord Locker currently second with a 1:42.8, as Jabraka's now come to line on the Ferrari. Moves to 8th position with a 1:43.2. Is there anybody else on actual?
Alex is heading down towards Blanchimont right now, as we can see him going flat out in 8th gear here. Heading in towards the bus stop chicane, brakes down into second. Oh, that is very deep. All the way down into first gear there. Then out of the corner, 43.3, yeah. I reckon he lost about a 10 for something in that final corner. I don't know if you saw it, but he went extremely deep there.
I did catch a little bit of it. It wasn't a tidy final sector. Right now I'm on board with Zane. It looks like he was the first one to abort his first lap in the AlphaTauri. He's currently in the second sector at the moment, as I believe he's only scored a couple of points this season. Not the best starts, but hopefully he can turn it around today. But right now though, I am very actually happy and surprised to see Sandra, the Haas drivers, 7th and 11th right now. Obviously Cameron is ahead of his teammates, is early on obviously, but usually Cameron can't get a quali lap in. Very good to see a lap together.
Indeed.
He's up. Apparently he's purple in the second sector. I don't know if that is representative. Again, a cheeky little toe at the end. That was in 12th with the 143.638, a couple of tenths applicable there. If you want to go on board with Jack Sundry, he's just started his flying lap, just at the end of turn 1.
Who you said?
Jax, the Williams in 15th.
Yep.
For Rouge now.
Now heading up Eau Rouge and on to the long Camel Straight. We can see him already getting to 10 down here, to 11 before going into this very tricky right combination. Then heading downhill and looks good, nice and tidy on these corners, all the way in 5th gear there before going into No Name and out here, and no esports line this year it looks like, Jared. I'm gonna assume that you don't know what I meant by that, but nonetheless. Going through the rest of this second sector into this right-hander, taking a lot of outside curb, getting the traction down nice and tidy, before heading onto this back straight down towards Blanchimont. As we can see them reaching above 200 miles per hour before heading into this left-hander. Then just 2 more corners left as we head into the best stop chicane. Hits nice on entry, gets a does not actually get a good exit, but it is a 43 flat and a 4th place. So good lap there from Jax. Shane also approaching the best stop chicane right now. Hitting nice there. He's gonna finish his lap this time as he gets over the line to 42.5, just ahead of Noah here.
Well, he improved then from his last run, as he was down, as you said, in the second sector. Well, he's got to be happy with that.
Indeed. Now Hershey going through Puon, looking very good there, not having to lift too much. As there is some yellows, and that could have been just somebody going slow. Now let's see then Hershey coming up to the second sector split. And a 114.5, so that should not be too far off those two in the first and second at the moment then. As we can see him going down towards Blanchimont as well, hitting 203 before it. I think he might be running slightly less down for Stan Shane as we see him going through best stop. Not the best entry it looked like, but let's see then. Getting the power down, and it's just behind the both of them.
Not a bad lap there from Hershey, but we saw this at round 1. The McLarens had brilliant quali pace, but it didn't end well in the race. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. As Marlon, wow, 42.2. What more improvement in time there?
As Noah just improved as well by a 10.5.
Who's closer finishing laps? Red Bull of QRT _Borel, or Bowell, how do you say that? Currently in the second sector then, in the Red Bull, as him and Nick ever. The only ones who hadn't set a lap time. Oh, was actually the Red Bulls invalidated, so Nick will be the next one in the Alfa Romeo. What did you say Shane did in the second sector or Noah again? Was it mid 14?
Around the mid 14, I believe.
So look at Nick then. It's going to be a 14-3.
I could have a look for you to make it easier.
Nick to 14-3 in the second sector. Nick could be challenging for the top 4 right now. Got some pace at the moment. Into the braking zone. Nice and tidy exit. Picks up the power. Coming to the line, and it's going to be a 42.5. Loses a bit of time in the end, but goes 4th quickest in the Alfa Romeo. Not a bad lap. Is anybody else on a fly? What about Jabraka? What is a McLaren? Is that Hershey or Noah? Pitting.
So, currently then, at the second sector split, Marlon should have done about a 14 flat.
Right, okay, so a 14 flat is up there then. It's definitely up there.
If my calculations are correct.
I trust them.
And they should be.
Well then, QRT Brand, I'm going to call him, is on a lap, finishing the lap, goes 11th with a 142.898. Just a couple of hundredths off Lickle, who moved to 10th as Cameron's dropped to 15th from his first quali lap. Hasn't gone back out yet. And Zane's on a run right now. Sandra, if you want to go on board with him, currently in 19th, just ending sector 1.
Indeed, heading into understeers heavily into that right-hander. Let's see then, as he gets power down here, downhill and into this right-hander. Looking like he's struggling with a bit of understeer, but he gets around there. Then through No Name, and and he's in the wall, and that is saying out of quali for today.
That was a big impact, and wow, I hope that doesn't happen in the race, because it'll definitely cause a safety car, but that is a shame for Zane. Is anybody else on laps? I don't think
has started a new lap, and I don't see the timer right now, but that should be his last attempt then, I believe.
Yeah, 4 minutes. If he,
he's heading
definitely
down the Camel Straight into Lecom, 1/10 up on his time right now. Let's see then, out of this right-hander and into this downhill, almost like a hairpin. Not far from it at least. Big hairpin. Then into No Name, not hitting the apex properly, but seems to get a good run before heading into Puon. As we can see, having he's somehow not getting validated on that one. Not sure if that's exactly after the book, but still though, he keeps going. He's a 14.5 in the middle sector split. So he's about 5/10 off Marlon right here. Now let's see then. Into Blanchimont, almost staying in over 200 miles per hour through there before heading into the bus stop chicane. Now let's see, out of it, does he get traction? Seems like he does. And towards the line, a 42.7. And saying that, I really thought he would be jumping more positions with that.
Well, yeah, especially with that cheeky exit he had, but he can't be too disappointed. He is 9th in the grid. Again, is very close, you know, just a couple of tenths or a couple of hundreds need to improve, and you'll gain a couple of positions. Right now, though, I'm on board with Benza in the other Alfa Romeo, who's just replacing Lewis today, who couldn't make the race, the reserve. So, let's see what Benza can do then. Approaching sector 2. Or end of sector 2, he's 14.6. That isn't a good second sector, especially if Marlon's done a 14 flat. But right now then, Will Benza find any more time in the long straight? Is he running lower downforce than anybody else? Puts 204 miles an hour. As Mark's saying, come on, Cameron, Edward, and Nick from ET8. As Benza then coming to the line, only 13th, 42.9. That's a shame for him. He won't be happy with that lap, but it is an improvement. As anybody finishing laps right now, Sandra?
I don't believe there is. One of the McLarens might be getting close to the second sector split though. And that would be Hershey, I believe. Yeah, Hershey is right around the second sector split now. Let's see then. Oh, and forget about that.
Yep.
He's around.
Oh, that's his quali.
And oh, Noah's had a tank slapper. Let's see him then. 14.3, 2/10 down on his time.
Hershey's been DSQ'd.
Unlucky.
He should have just stayed and waited. But, oh well, that goes his quality. Well, here comes Noah then. Will he take Paul? Oh, rear end snappy. And doesn't improve.
Volakong is slightly up on his time in the second sector split. It is a bit off Marlon and Noah though. As he's heading down towards Blanchimont. Oh, he's running real low down first there. Almost sticking in 202 around that left-hander. Before going into the best stop. Misses a little on the apex in the entry. But then let's see over the line. It's a 1:42.6.
Not a bad lap there, 42.6. As one of the Astons are just finishing off. It is fruitful. Currently at 15th with a 43.2 at the moment. Is improving and it's 42.8. Moves to 10th position. I believe one of the Mercs are next.
And Marlon's invalidated. I believe one...
It's Cameron.
Yeah.
It's Edward who spun.
Cameron. Heading through Blanchimont into the best stop chicane. Good entry. Let's see then. Will he get the power down on the exit? It looks like it is. And it's a 42.8 as he slightly beats his teammate there. And is his teammate gonna get in a lap? No, he isn't.
No, he did spin it when we were on board of Cameron where the McLaren is.
MedTC though, he is getting close. He's just invalidated.
Well, here comes Nick. 4th, 42.4. Improves on his time. So he's showing some pace while his teammate's not here, so he's hopefully going to score some good points.
Well, here comes QRT Brand over the line, 42.7. Nice.
Guys keep improving, and as you said, MedTC invalidated, didn't he? And that is Wally then.
Noah?
Didn't he do a lap? Yeah, he's invalidated.
So. I think he started another one, but in that case, I think that is quali over, and I don't know if you caught it, but Jabraka, Jared.
Yeah, I just missed that. I was trying to get on board with him, but he just crossed the line. He did improve. Not a bad lap actually from Jabraka, but we are going to go over the quali results then. So then, Marlon surprising us all. 42.2. Nobody could beat his lap after he said it. Jabraka then, impressive time with a 1:42.3, 600th off Marlon in second. Noah in third, another good qualifying from him. Nick fourth, Ferenc in fifth, Shane in sixth, Etis in seventh, Volok in eighth, Brandon ninth, Jax in 10th, Julian in 11th, Fruitful 12th, Cameron and Edward 13th and 14th for the Haas drivers, Benza in 15th, Burrell in 16th, MedTC in 17th, Alex Murad in 18th, and Zane 19th. But Hershey, who got DSQ'd from quali, was around about 10th, gets at the back of the grid. And before Sandra does the sponsor and everything like that, I've just got to remind everybody there is no formation lap due to a glitch. So we'll be going straight for the rest stop.
And with that, we'll just remind anyone who is watching that PSGL is currently sponsored by GT Omega, a leading manufacturer of gaming peripherals, from chairs to rigs to you name it. Maybe you should contact them, Jared.
No, I think you need it, So.
Anyways, you find them on gtomega.co.uk, and at checkout, remember to use PSGL for a 5% discount on all their projects. You sure, Jared?
No, I'll just ask Sondre. He'll buy it for you. He's loaded, so.
I have the funds for that, but can't be buying it for everyone, Yeah. People gotta earn their own money,
Yeah, that is true. As the countdown then has stopped, we will be going to the race start then. The light sequence has begun then. 5 red lights for round number 3 at Spa. Who's going to take the lead in turn 1? The Merc and the Ferrari had okay starts. The AlphaTauri in the background. Average. Oh, look at the Ferrari there. Very. There's an Alpine off. That is Shane off the track already. And it's already kicking off at Spa into turn 1. As everyone's got cold tyres in, and Shane is round. And Shane has caused a massive crack. Julian's been out. That's it. Championship point leader's out. And that has to be a safety car, surely. Yeah, it is. Safety car is coming out then. And that was a big impact for both drivers. And Shane's going to be kicking himself for 2 wins back to back. Could try and make it a 3rd, but it's too late now. He's out. And unfortunately, you can't have a spare car and there's no red flag. So Shane and Julian are out of the race, and that's a shame for them. As I will put tyres on, don't worry. Tyres all.
I gotta say, man, I got to look at that from MedTC's view, and Shane's car.
Oh, yeah, I saw it. It went up.
There was no grip on that car. He just suddenly went completely sideways into. Was it? It
was Julian. Yeah, it was Julian. Yeah, but he also went off at 1. Like before they went into 1, I saw an Alpine go in the grass. Now I'm guessing that was him because then his teammate was ahead of him. And then because I got it on a 3rd-person view, all I saw then him losing it off the curb. Car goes up. One of the cars is almost sideways onto the wall and just tyres off. So that is a shame for them too. But MedTC. Oh, hang on a minute. What's happened? Cameron has somehow binned it on the safety car. What? Well, that's new. Has he?
How?
I don't know. He's deep into the barrier as well, so he looks like he's. I don't know if his wheel's disconnected or something, because he's had issues with his wheel before. At Austria, he had an issue with it. But
I mean, to be fair, his wheel disconnecting is the only reasonable solution I can find to him crashing out there, especially under safety car. Yeah, MedTC though, only driver to take to the pit right now.
So it's 5-second pen and to replace his wing.
Wait, was he the one getting a 5-second? Oh yeah.
Yeah, he got the 5-second, apparently hitting Julian, but it wasn't his fault, and he got damage as well. So new front wing, strap a set of mediums on. It's going to be a bit of a interesting situation though. Can he make those mediums go to the end? Be a push.
Oh, highly doubt it. Highly doubt it.
I know you can take hards from this distance. But I do know you can definitely take them at this distance. But mediums, I don't know.
I believe you can take hard from this distance. Our tires obviously won't be much fun to be on at the end if you decide to go hards to the end from here. But a little surprising. None of the medium runners actually decided to do that. Well, Marlon, he seems to be quick today, and he might be confident in his ability to pull away from Noah at the restart. So, can understand that. But for AT and at least Benz, I would expect them to, at least one of them, to gamble on it. But
oh yeah, definitely.
Or MedTC at this point, if the safety car stays out.
Well, actually, if he catches it up quite I don't know, will it stay out another lap or will it come in? It's been
Well,
a
he's
lap.
already caught up, so...
Well, we'll find out in a second at the end of sector 3, that's 2. The lights are still on. But though, Marlon had a good start.
After that start though, no proper big winners, no. I would say.
Jabraka and Ferenc fighting it out already on the safety car, passing each other.
Interesting.
Cameron has just put in the chat, I think my wheel decided to kill me, I paused, look what 3 people were on, and it just unpaused me. So that's why he crashed.
Well done. That's unlucky.
Just don't pause in future. That's all I can say on that, because your wheel's going to do that.
I would hope.
Safety car
as the safety car stays out for this lap.
Med's back in.
Yeah, look at this Med TC. He's going to go back on the hards. He's going to take that risk, Jared. Could pay off big time for him. However, though, as I was going to say before he interrupted me, so far after that start, not really any big winners in the field there. You have a couple of people who's at the front jumping 2 positions, like AT and Volakongen. But really, the only ones that have like gained a lot would be further down at the back, with Benza gaining 5 positions, Alex gaining 4, Hershey gaining 5, but obviously there's 3 people out behind, so it's not that surprising at the same time. There's a couple of losers though. I believe that's Nick Leo, who's lost 3 positions.
Yeah, that is true. He was like that though in Miami though, where he was second. He qualified and then he dropped like to 5th. But also we have to also calculate as well, everyone's on cold tyres, so maybe some people can actually handle it with the way they take them, be cautious and be safe and get a couple of positions, or as we saw from the Ferrari and Alpine, not take it safe and cautious and cause a safety car.
Speaking about the cold tyres, that's something Cody's got to address, man. It's almost game breaking when everybody starts on it. Like you saw it on this start, and we've seen it before as well.
Okay. Well, Zane's spun it on the safety car. He's done a U, Sondra. He's spun it on the safety car. But yeah, I totally agree with you.
That's a called for.
I totally agree with you with the need to fix this tyre glitch, but they're too busy focusing on crossplay. But the safety car is in this lap then.
Well, I mean, crossplay at least isn't a bad thing for them to focus at, as long as they don't focus on my team, for example.
Yeah, but it could cause more glitches. So.
What do you mean could? It's definitely going to cause more glitches, man.
Yeah. Well then, Marlon has... Oh, he's gone. Marlon has gone then, so he's gone a bit earlier than I thought he would. I hope the game will slow him down.
Sainz got caught out massively on that.
Oh my god. Marlon almost went off on the curb there. Didn't get a good entry. But he's had a good safety car restart then. He's underway and he's almost got a second captain already. And he actually in the back and he overtakes. Oh, there could be an overtake. Benza and Jax? No. Oh, hang on a minute. There's no... Edward's just been passed.
Nickel block's been done dirty before Eau Rouge there.
Yeah, and hopefully everyone's tyres... Oh my god, look at the McLaren Hershey. Completely off the track. As Jax and Benza have just swapped positions. Now that back to the action up ahead. Jabraka currently in 3rd. Gotta watch out for his mirrors as Ferenc is right behind him, and this is actually great news for Ferenc today. He would actually... I think he could take some... Well, he's definitely going to take some points of shame, but I don't know if he's going to take the lead in the championship today, unless he wins. I think that's the only way he can take it. But right now, though, Marlon is flying as Benza gets the first penalty. Gap only 1.4 seconds. He's on the mediums, but he's picking up the pace.
And this is the reason why he started on those mediums. He's confident in his pace right now. This is his game plan. Pull away instantly and try to extend that gap enough to not get caught at the end when the others are at the mediums.
Running a low on board with Jabraka. It's Ferrari, Red Bull, Merc. Down AlphaTauri right now. But the Red Bull could be under pressure by Marlon's teammate. Keeping up with the pace.
AT obviously gotta try to exploit these medium tires as well. And look at this, right on the rear of Ferenc here. He gotta be careful though, not to be too close to him going up there. And look at this, right on his rear. Now get that slipstream effect. Gets that, well, I wouldn't say power down, but manages to apply ERS quite early and gets that move done easily on the straight.
Yeah, got that move done quite easy. Now he's on Jabraka. It looks like he's got a lot of strong pace at the moment. Obviously, he could be in contention for a podium with the pace right now he's got.
Well, I think he's gonna pass Jabraka and Noah and try to pull away a little, because these guys are gonna be on mediums at the end, and they're gonna be exploiting that against AT at that point.
That's true. It's a bit quiet right now, except this little fight we have for third. Could be potentially second if Noah doesn't get out of that DRS range.
Oh, look at this, AT down the back straight towards Blanchimot, right on the back, on the outside of Jabraka, backs out. He's gonna wait, he's gonna go for it into bus stop. He's gonna force Jabraka into a very tight line as he goes around the outside of Jabraka. And look at this, Ferenc! He is looking for an opportunity here as he gets past Jabraka as well.
He gets the move done. Jabraka falls into line. So Jabraka loses 2 positions in a couple of corners. As he could lose another one right now was Vlokken. He's looking hungry for position. And the Merc has pulled away.
There's Vlokken. You can see him gaining up Eau Rouge here. Very steady. Applies his ERS in the middle of Eau Rouge. Now that tells me he's confident in his setup.
He's very confident in his setup, but he's burnt a lot of his ERS, especially these 3 drivers. Ferenc, Jabraka and Vlokken, they've only got like 20% ERS now, back to 40. But AT, he's only at 70%. And he's got past these guys and using his ERS, so he's being a lot more tactical.
You gotta remember about the tires. Ooh, Ferenc. That could have gone a lot worse than it did, but he's lost DRS because of that snap though.
Noah's slightly getting caught. Gap now to Noah and the leader is 2.6 seconds.
Not sure this is gonna be enough for Marlon though. He's gotta stretch that out more, but obviously there is more laps left of the stint for him as well. As Ferenc is desperately trying to get back in this DRS. But look at AT though, Jared. Right on the back of Noah right now.
Yep, Noah's team just got picked up a 3-second then. Yeah, these mediums are working a treat, but when everybody does the switch and they're going hards, maybe a curse at the end of this race, but he needs to get past this McLaren ASAP.
AT, this is very close, and you have to back off a little in Eau Rouge, but he manages to keep enough pace up it still though, as he takes that outside line to get that position easily on this straight. Well,
right now it's a Merc 1-2, so a good overtake there from test there. He just now needs to pull away, which he should easily do. But they both got round about the same ERS, especially on different tyres. Obviously he hasn't been attacked that much either, but he's managed to save his ERS. But there is a bit of a the train lining up behind Verlocken right now is actually not Verlocken. It's actually Nick who's picking up this train.
Yeah, I was gonna say you
It's
gotta
what
look a
we
few more positions down before you see that huge train.
Nick's actually trying to pull away from the Alpine brand right now. Oh, it's
Ferenc is fighting like a madman right now, and he's managed to get himself into that DRS range again.
oh, yellows. That's Hershey round. No wing damage to the car, but he is round.
Oh, Ferenc though didn't manage to stay in that DRS, and he's melted all of his ERS to do this. We can see the Jabraka, he's lost the 2 cars ahead of him. Volokongen barely inside with Ferenc right now.
I'm currently on board with Benza, just a couple of cars behind. He's really close up on the Alpine. Good for a potential overtake on the straight as using his ERS, so he is going to go for it. Alpine doesn't really defend. He's going to get boxed in if he's not careful. And yep, Benza gets the move done quite easily there on the medium tyre. Moves into 8th.
And right now, I think the train might have gone for Jabraka Jared. He's lost that DRS. He's not been able to keep with it. He does have a little ERS to use, but it's going to be difficult for him to catch these guys again.
Yeah, that is true. He has got a 2-second gap right now. That's Nick, who's just behind him. As both Alphas then doing a good job, 7th and 8th right now. But Marlon, the man on a mission, gap 3 seconds to his teammate. 3.8 to Noah. Comfortable lead so far. Got to give credit to Noah though, he's managed to maintain the pace on these hard tyres. Only switches the ERS a tiny bit compared to AT. As for some reason,
you know, Noah is definitely sitting in a pretty position right now, being on the better strategy and also being able to stick with AT at this point.
Definitely right now though.
Friends on the other hand in a little bit more of a tricky situation. He does not have DRS this time. Volokongen gaining a lot down the straight.
Alpha switching positions. Benza passing Nick. Yeah, those mediums are just working like a treat right now. We're back on board with Ferenc then in 4th. As I'm surprised there hasn't been overtakes near the back, as Fruitful's actually slowly catching up with Jax, under 2/10 in the Aston.
Oh, you know, it's not necessarily easy to overtake when you're in a train like this, you know. At least not unless you want to melt all of your ERS in one lap.
That's something you would do, but
something I would do. That's something you would do, man.
Nah, don't know about. But we've got to keep an eye on Ferenc again. Cause...
Look at this though. Ferenc, oh, very good exit from bus stop there from Ferenc. However, this gap might not be big enough for him this time.
Oh, he's in the pits. Interesting.
6/10 going down towards Rouge between Ferenc and Volokongen, and look at Volokongen's speed. There's gotta be no downforce on this car.
Locking is catching him up, but
He's not gonna go for it though. He's gonna let Ferenc stay ahead and do the job.
oh, it's Fruitful makes a move. There's yellows up ahead. That's
Oh.
Noah. The other McLaren.
Oh.
It's happened again. Ooh, God, that was close. Maybe Drax maybe not being too impressed with Noah coming back like that. Almost closed the door.
Well, that's left the two front positions very much in the hands of the Mercedes system.
Yeah, right now, gap difference and it's easy 3.5. It's a long job to try and do something maybe in the late stage. 6.8 to the leader. So, it's good for another pen.
And I've just noticed here as well, I don't know if it's Ferenc who's slacked off, realizing he can't keep up with those mercs or what it is, but Jabraka has managed to get back into this group.
Yeah, I wouldn't really say that they backed off. Jabraka didn't have a bad pace. Even though these guys got past him, when Nick was behind him, they weren't even catching him, and
I might
Jabraka
be,
had no
but
train.
Ferenc, you can see from how much ERS he has, he's definitely not pushing as much as he was when Jabraka got dropped.
Yeah, but you also have to also add in
Volakongen though,
Hershey's retired.
closer to
Whatever.
Ferenc this time. He could be going for a move. As we see, he moves to the inside line as he takes that third place into Lacombe at lap 11, and that should be right around the pit stops, shouldn't it?
For the mediums, yeah, it's around about pit window, to be honest, on the mediums, but I don't know if the Mercs might want to risk maybe staying out and go maybe softs, possibly.
Mediums to softs, you gotta be crazy, man.
I think it's doable.
The mediums aren't great for that much longer, and the softs aren't great for more than a couple of laps. I can't imagine them
Well, it's pit
thinking
window
about
now,
doing
though.
that.
They've asked if to stretch it. They've got, what, 6 point... They've got around about an 8-second gap to the leader, to the lock-on. So... I don't know, maybe one of them will pit now, but... Yep, AT's pitting now then, so he's going to go to the hards.
Oh, Ferenc very deep. And look at this. Volakongen, Ferenc. Jabraka stays out, but Volakongen and Ferenc both pits. That's gonna be for mediums.
As the mark is aware.
I'm not sure if Volakongen might have been held a little there.
I'll tell you who's definitely being held up there is Ferenc.
I think both Volakongen and Ferenc got held a little by AT going out of his pit actually.
46 flat from Alex. New fast slap.
And you're right, Jared. Ferenc must have been held much more than Volakongen. He's lost the arrest to Volakongen now.
Yeah, he's weaving, trying to get the heat into his tyres.
I was just gonna say. And that's something we've seen quite a lot these last few weeks. In races.
Yeah. Saves, I think, like, instead of them losing time to just gradually get him up. It does put a bit of wear on the tyre, though. As Jesus Christ, Marlon has got literally 4% ERS. He's literally burnt all his battery. So he's definitely pitting.
Well, Ferenc has burned a little now as well, trying to get back onto the rear of Volakongen. It looks like he's managed to do that as well. However, Jabraka though, staying out that extra lap, I can't imagine him being close to Ferenc and Volakongen now.
Well, Marlon's away.
as Jabraka keeps going.
Okay, that's interesting. I think it's a bit silly, to be honest, that he's staying out. Edwards also staying out. I think they're gonna get undercutted.
Well, I mean, for Jabraka, yeah, like he's going away from a sure top fiver to something. Lickle, I mean, he was in the middle of that huge train. He could be sticking it out, hoping for maybe a safety car at some point. Med TC though, Jared, that's a guy we haven't mentioned in a while. He's obviously on an old set of hards at this point, but he has actually been on the mediums though, so he should be going to the end.
Yeah, that's a guy we've got to watch out for. He's got, what, 1.6 second gap to Marlon, so if he is going to the end...
He's definitely not gonna hold off Marlon. He's probably gonna get passed by AT as well. Probably a couple of the medium runners at least, but considering where he was after lap 1 though, could be looking at some points.
Oh, yeah, it could be, but I'll tell you somebody who isn't safe right now from his strat is Itties right now. He can't even speak. Very quickly getting caught by Vlock on there. 1.6, it was 2 seconds a couple of corners ago. So already he's using those mediums well, and obviously the Mercs tyres are maybe a tiny bit cold still. They do take a while. Schumacher finally pits. Will Edward as well? Yep, he's in.
Well, in that case,
Oh, Med TC's also. So he isn't going to the end.
Interesting. If I were Med TC, I think I would have just gambled on it, to be honest.
Yeah, because you've got more chance of getting points, but he's gone on mediums. Fresh set of mediums, he's now out of the points, so...
Oh, but look at Jabraka though, he's come out just behind Ferenc. He hasn't actually lost that much.
Yeah, but he's going to have to get those tyres heated up quickly.
Well, he hasn't actually lost that much, I say, but Ferenc has lost almost 2.5 seconds to Volakongen right now.
Oh, yellow's behind, that's Noah again. Oh, hang on, I think there's been carnage between him and Benza. Noah's got no front wing. Hang on, somebody else is going slowly, or was that Noah moving off the track for him?
Oh.
The safety car, actually, that's why. There's a safety car being called. So, because of the Alpha and Noah, I don't know how that triggered the safety car, because there was...
Now this is not good for
either
either Marlon or AT though.
Well, they've got to... if I was one of them, I'd risk something, because right now they're just going to be dropped.
Now see, this is what I'm talking about though. Med TC, he should have stayed out. He should have gambled on going to the end. Because maybe even if that didn't work, he could have been lucky like he would have been right now.
Yep, he wouldn't have lost that many positions as well. For paying for a set of mediums, for instance.
But let's see what the Mercs are going to do though.
Well, they can't go on another set of mediums.
Staying out on those hard tires. Well, they don't have the mediums to go to either, so...
Well, Marlon don't pit. Neither does it, they're staying out. Alright, now we could potentially see Vlock on near the end of this race. Well, probably win this race near the end with the strat he's currently on. Because we've seen it. The hards, the only person who were challenging the Mercs roughly on pace was Noah, and Noah's 15th. So,
well, I would say I wouldn't count out either Ferenc or Jabraka either. Volakongen and Ferenc and Jabraka obviously were a little group for themselves for a major part of that first stint.
Well, that's interesting. Med TC and Noah go. Oh, sorry, Med TC, Benza, and Noah are going on the soft tire.
Well, they gotta hope. Well, I mean. It is lap 15.
Yeah. Oh, I don't.
They're gonna the softs are gonna drop off at the end of their stints, but I mean, when you're at the back of the grid, what do you have to lose?
Yeah, we did see that at Miami. But the Mercs, if I was one of them, I would have picked one of them at least.
I mean, it's too late now.
Well, obviously it's too late, but when they had the chance, I would have picked one of them. And they've made a bit of an error right now. It could cost them even a point if they just get completely demolished by the rest of the guys on mediums. I'm not expecting that, obviously, but it could easily happen.
It depends a lot. You gotta remember how easy it was for AT in the first stint when he was on the mediums to get past the hards. You could just see the extra amount of grip he had, and I can't imagine these two Mercs being able to hold off all the medium runners.
No, but maybe Atis can hold a couple of them back for a couple laps to try and help Marlon pull away to potentially just score points.
Well, I think that's gonna be the hope here for Marlon. I think AT is I think AT is pretty much screwed. He was getting caught quickly, as you said, before the safety car. Obviously, he'll have more battery again now, but that battery won't really help him with keeping the pace up in the corners compared to the medium runners. So, but Marlon though, he has seemed like the quickest driver today. So, if AT can hold up some of those medium runners, maybe he can hold it off.
I'm just very eager to see what the soft runner guys can do, how quickly they can get through the field, because
I'm predicting carnage at the back.
Well, hopefully not, because Matisse had a bit of carnage already at the start of the race with Shane and Julian. I don't think he wants any more. But yeah, quicker tyre, maybe a bit more aggressive moves, could cause a crash. We saw Noah and Ben's early one crash on a straight, so it could be potential.
Well, I'm telling you right now, MedTC, Benza, and Noah all have to be aggressive as...
Locking a French switch positions then for a second.
Yeah, I noticed.
They do know they're not allowed to be side by side. But I remember that.
But as I was gonna say,
Oh, okay, that's... well, but do carry on, Sandra, as you were saying.
well, I can't imagine that 5-second not getting removed if it's... I don't actually know what he would have gotten it for.
I think I don't understand. I think it's when Frentz has either passed him, then the game is like, oh, Frentz actually meant to be in this position, and then
Yeah,
that's the only way I can see it.
However, if it's something stupid like that, then he surely can get it removed for that matter. But yeah, the soft runners, they're gonna have to be aggressive, because in the last lap or at least 2 laps, those softs are gonna be dead. I assume.
Yeah, they're easily going to be dead. We saw them in Miami not last that long, and this is Belgium, and tyre wear can be a bit different on tracks, but
It's a
I think
very
it's going to be the
long
same.
lap as well.
Yeah, and it's a lot of pressure as well on the tyres, but Scott is in this lap. The Mercs are getting ready, and he's gone. Marlon has gone then, so Sesbury is on the way. No overtaking until you pass the start-finish line. A good start this time. Didn't make a mistake in the chicane. Everyone's keeping up with him. And he's gone then. So, lap number 17 is beginning. As Locken and Frentz. Well, is anything happening in the back? Borrell and Alex
and Borrell, Alex. I don't know if he was the one making the pass or is the yellows again.
Yep, that's MedTC. You were correct. Already carnage. No wing damage to the car.
But Noah though. Noah's passed Zane into Eau Rouge.
Yeah,
it's a ballsy move to pull off, and now he's heading right for Jax immediately. as he's using that battery, getting to the inside, tries to outbreak him. And he manages to get that position as well. Noah showing what you need to do when
Don't
you're on
count
these
Benza here though
softs.
either. Benza looking for, he's literally, oh, he's just hit him into the back end. That's not what you want to do. If you want to get past him and go and send it, but not hit him. As Mentis, he's slowly catching up. But back to the action up front. Mercs right now. They're not on a threat yet, but as soon as DRS enables, that's it, Noah's already into 12th.
Borrell right at the back of Alex as well. Alex, who's lost the DRS range too fruitful. It's not gonna make it easy for him. And look at this. Borrell, he's gonna go for it on the back straight here towards Blanchimont. Easily gets past, but look at this though. Alex uses a little bit of battery. He might try to get him back here in the best of, as we see him closing in a little.
I see Edward and Nick side by side just behind. Oh, bit of contact between Nick and Edward, but look at Noah. He's come out of nowhere. And he's going to pass them both. Is it going to be potentially round the outside into one? As he sets the new fast lap 45 flat. Oh, Edward, I don't think saw him there. But I think he's gone and done it. Yes, he has.
Look at him. Look at the grip advantage for Noah there.
And he moves into 10th. He's a man on a mission right now. But I think Edward's going to come back at him. Got to keep an eye on action up front though. I'm trying to keep it up. The lock on. Both Mercs. Marlon is under threat by his teammate.
Jabraka though, once again struggling a little right now to keep up with these guys. Struggling. He has a lot of battery, but dipping in and out of that DRS range. But I think we'll see Noah go for a move soon though. Look at this, Noah right on the back of Alex. He's going to go for it into Puon. He's got the balls for it. He stays on the inside and he gets that position.
It gets quite quick now. Edwards looking for a move. Goes on the inside, which then will be the outside of the next corner. Oh, bit of contact. Got to give him room there. And, oh, he gets shoved off. I wouldn't say 50-50 on that. They're both not giving each other room. But he's now under threat by both alphas. But we've got to keep an eye out the action up front as well. Oh dear, should be enabled
but look at
this
this
lap.
though. Lickle's gaining on Alex, but here comes Nick Leo as well.
Oh, this is going to end up in
But
a
he's
crash.
trapped behind Alex though. And Lickle, he goes for the outside line. And look at that. Lickle does the both of them around the outside into the best stop.
Yep, good overtake there.
Amazing move there.
Very good overtake. Oh look, the alphas are going against side by side. Oh, almost hit the Williams there. Williams actually off. Sorry, the alpha male's off the track as well. So he completely misjudged his braking point.
It's going to be difficult for Lickle on this camel straight, I think. Alex closing quickly. He's not gonna get close enough though. Lickle goes defensive and he manages to stick it ahead of Alex.
Oh, Benza got a 5-second penalty for exceeding track limits at 1 and he gained an advantage. I don't think he gained a position, he actually lost the position, so I don't get how he's got... It's a bit stupid from the game, maybe that will be removed, but I still can't believe it. Well, on lap 19, Sandra, the Mercs are still first and second.
They're holding off right now. They're showing good pace right now. They're keeping their ERS as well. It's a bit surprising, but the Mercs could just have that good pace today, Jared.
Yeah, maybe indeed. Maybe the safety car could be a blessing in the end. But right now, though, Noah, 7/10 off Borrell in 8th. He's already got a 3-second gap to Edward. That's really closing up. And now he's in this train. We've got 2 little trains going. One for 10th and one for 1st, obviously. But oh, as Benza has either crashed in the pit lane or he's gone off, and it looks like he's gone off at the final corner, and he's left the session. So he's quit in the end, which is fair enough. We've only got a couple laps left of the race, but we're going to keep an eye on the action up front. Belokken is too far away from the Mercs. The Mercs are doing an amazing job right now, first and second, and just got the pace. Jabraka though, Sandra, we said at the start his pace wasn't there on the safety car restart, but his pace is back. He's now closing on Ferenc.
Well, I mean, I did mention it that he didn't use any ERS when all the others did, and you can still see that sitting there with almost 90% ERS, while everybody else is below at least 40. Except for Marlon.
Yeah, maybe Marlon's, what is Marlon? Marlon's on 57, so, oh, Matisse gets another pen. The Mercs have got to be definitely running less downforce than everybody else, but look at Jabraka, you can just easily make a little move and get through the Red Bull. As Noah's getting caught, but I don't know if that's because of the train or that's his tyres. Yep, it's now 2.6. It was 3 seconds last lap.
Well, his tires have reached 5 laps now, so I think we could be looking at the softs just going off now, because it's not like he's close to the back of Borrell either. So.
Oh, Mr. Brackelot still holding his own, 2/10 off his personal best time. Fastest lap is currently held by Noah in 9th, 45 flat, so he will be getting the extra point if he stays in the points. That's on lap 21 then. Not that long left of this race. Brackelot staying with the Red Bull. Is it his time to make a move?
Oh, it is time for Jabraka. You can see him using that ERS. The Ferenc going defensive. Jabraka not getting close enough though. That's just what's so difficult when it's a train, you know.
Oh, especially as well when everyone's running basically the same setup or same wings. It's, you're not really going to gain the advantage. But right now, Mercs are still holding their own right now. As Ferenc caught up a bit on Belokken. Belokken's actually backed off. And same with the Alpine on Jabraka. He's backed off a tiny bit. The McLaren of Noah is out of the DRS from Burrell. So yeah, it is definitely the softs dying out. Gap's now 1.5. Was 9/10 last lap. Could there be a cheeky little fight right near the end between Edward and Noah? Have to wait and see. The gap's 1.4.
It's looking like it. The softs are just looking more dead by every sector they go through. So I think we could be looking at Noah and Lickle fighting it out on the back straight, possibly.
Definitely. As right now then, we're on the final lap of this race then, and the Mercs. Oh, but look, this Ferenc had a shocking exit. He really did kick out a lot, and he had to control it. But will Jabraka finally go for the overtake? Or will he just not have the straight line speed?
Have to.
Well, he's using his battery now. It's now or never. You have to lift a tiny bit on Upper Rouge. He could have him actually.
Ferenc is out of ERS at this point. Jabraka trying to take that inside line. Ferenc manages to stick it around the outside still though.
Yeah, Jabraka got a bit scared, like he completely backed off there. In the end, didn't want to cause a crash, and obviously he's right now in 5th. This is probably his best race this season. And like just to score some points. Probably would have liked 4th, but there's still time. Maybe in the next straight you could get him as...
Oh, and Noah is out.
Well, he's not out.
Well, he's not actually out, but he's gone in the wall. The
So
soft tires are dead. The grip is gone.
Points are gone.
And the wall was looking tasty.
Definitely. But, well, that moves Edward and Nick up a place. But I can't believe I'm saying this right now. The Mercs have shocked us all. As there's another spin. That's Ferenc. He's dropped to 8th. Belokken, Jabraka could get 3rd if Velokken's penalty doesn't get removed. But I'm guessing it will happen. But the Mercs...
It should be removed from what I understand.
TC's also retired as well. He's crashed out. But the Mercs are going to take a 1-2. It'll be their first 1-2 of the season. Marlon then takes the win, and he'll be happy with that with his teammate in second, with Verloc third. Bud has dropped down a couple of positions, with Bracker then third, Fruitful fourth, Brandon fifth, Locken then drops to sixth, Burrell seventh, Edward then holds eighth, with Ferenc dropping all the way down to ninth place, with Nick in 10th, Jax 11th, Alex 12th, Zane 13th. Noah then will do a recovery from having to pit, and 14th then, a bit disappointing for him today. And Cameron saying
it just doesn't seem to work in the race for the McLaren drivers. I swear to remember they've been up there in quali multiple times now, but ended up, yeah. But from what I understand though, Volkangen got passed by Ferenc under the safety car.
Yeah.
And then got the 5 second for passing him back, so it is most likely getting removed if it's...
Yeah, definitely. But Marlon...
Unless Volkangen's been off track, but...
Definitely. But Marlon was that happy that he took the win today. He even took his steering wheel up there. And he's already now spraying the champagne. And the Mercs' first 1-2, I believe this is the first 1-2 of the F3 division this season, actually, as well. So that's going to be helping him.
Indeed.
That'll get a lot of points in the constructors. Track then in third, but as we've said, Locken's penalty should get removed. It's unfair that he got overtaken on the safety car, which caused that. So I'm guessing that will be removed, and technically Ferenc has been penalised for that as he goes ninth. But here are your results, not official results, but here it is then. Marlon and Etes first and second. Merckx again 1-2. With Jabrack in third, Fruitful fourth, Brand in fifth, Verlocken then in sixth, but as I've said, could jump back to third. Burrell seventh, Edward in eighth, Ferenc ninth, Nick in 10th, Jack then in 11th, Alex in 12th, Zane 13th from 19th. Not a bad race there, but no points on the cards for him. Noah then tried a gamble, didn't make it work. Tyres, as Sandra said, the grip completely went. Finished in 14th, with MedTC 15th, crashing on the last lap. Benzo in 16th, Hershey and Cameron and Julian and Shane all DNFing from today's race, and especially Shane, who was the championship points leader. May still be the championship points leader, but it's going to hurt his championship maybe for the next round. But, well, action-packed race there, Sondra. Can't put a foot wrong except a couple of penalties which may be removed. What was your highlight of the race before I end the stream for today?
There is a couple, I would say. That safety car restart when Noah started getting moving. He had some ballsy overtakes into poo on was it Alex, I believe?
Yep.
And that double overtake on was it Lickle and Alex, or was it somebody else?
It was Lickle and Nick. I believe he got the double overtake on.
Yeah. But then you also had Lickle making a double overtake around the outside in bus stop on I can't remember exactly who that was, but there was some saucy overtakes there today, and I'm not quite sure who was my favorite in the end. However, I gotta say though that just completely going for it into poo on that is ballsy, because if Alex doesn't back out of that one, it is a crash instantly.
Yeah, definitely. It could have easily ended up in a crash, but both drivers are obviously talented enough to be in this tier. They have the racecraft, like F13. But, yeah, I've got to agree with you. Noah's actually done a lot, even though the race didn't go well in the end. Very gutsy overtakes in the end. I've got to give it him as well. But the next round will be Mexico. Will there be another Merc 1-2? Will Lewis come back and get a win, or will Shane take another victory on each time? We'll tell. Or would Cameron actually finish a race this time? I think that's 3 DNFs now he's had. Something like that.
Well, I believe so. Oh, of course, today's one is a bit more unlucky than the other ones, for that matter. But there is a couple of drivers who's not exactly had the luck on their side yet this season, and Tomato is definitely one of those.
Oh, definitely. Well then, I've been RL Nairn, or as Jared Fosbury, been joined by the booth by Mr. OAP, Sandra Sohaug. Tune in next week on Monday, same time as usual, 8 o'clock, and we'll be here again for Mexico. But until then, goodbye for now.